This is the Ottawa Senators Outlook. Here is your host, Jack Henry.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Ottawa Senators Outlook. I'm your host, Jack. This is my reaction to the Ottawa Senators picking Carter Yakemchuk 7th overall in tonight's draft. So obviously, I'm recording this after the pick. And I had some thoughts because obviously, for those that don't know, I made the video yesterday about my top 5 picks. Carter Yakemchuk was not in the top 5. And I had that there for a reason. I like Carter Yakemchuk. I really do. He's from the Calgary Hitmen of the WHL. The only reason why I didn't have him at 7, because I didn't like him as a 7th overall pick. I genuinely believe we could have traded down and still landed him, but that doesn't mean I don't like the player, because I really think Carter Yakemchuk is a really, really good player. He's a right-handed defenseman, which, in a sense, we're addressing a need, because I had a feeling we were going to draft a right-handed defenseman, whether that was him or Zane Parekh, who went 9th overall to the Flames. I do think we could have seen a trade between the Senators and the Flames if Tisha Jinla was still available at 7. He obviously went to Utah at 6. So there was a bit of movement in the draft, obviously, with trades, but there were a ton of shockers in this draft, too. Obviously, Celebrini and Levshinov going 1-2, I think that was kind of expected. But then Beckett-Sinecki went 3rd overall to Anaheim. I thought that was a reach. Lindstrom and then Demidov 4 and 5, and then a Jinla at 6, and then we pick Yakemchuk at number 7. A lot of forwards went early. I was surprised with the amount of defensemen that were slipping in the draft. Like, you look at Zane Parekh, who was probably even going to be a top 6 pick. He was at number 9. You look at Sam Dickinson, who I thought was one of the better defensemen in the class. He went 11th overall at San Jose. And then you look at Zeev Buium, who went to Minnesota at 12, because there was a trade between the Flyers and the Wild. So, I think Carter Yakemchuk is a good pick. I genuinely do. But I do feel like he was taken maybe a little bit early. I think if we would trade down 2 to 3 spots, I think we still could have landed him. But one thing that I do want to note is Zane Parekh and Zeev Buium and all that, one thing they lack severely is size. And one thing I've been preaching for the Senators to do is get size, because I look at a team like the Florida Panthers that are in our division that just won the Stanley Cup. They might be the most physical team in the league. Obviously, people say they're dirty, and you can say whatever you want on that. But I genuinely believe if you want to make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference, let alone be one of the better teams in the Atlantic Division, you have to have a physical team, which the Senators, honestly, outside of Brady Tkachuk, they haven't had that. So I think bringing in Carter Yakemchuk, and obviously he has some offensive skill, there is some issues to his skating and his defensive play, but if he's able to spend a couple years in Belleville, which I would recommend he can do, just to polish up the spots that he needs to in order to be a regular NHLer, by all means, do that, and he could be one of the best defensemen to come out of this class. I genuinely believe, as a two-way defenseman that's physical, he matches the style of what we want to play, and that's the type of defenseman I prefer. Like I said, he went 7th overall. I do think if we traded down a couple of spots, I still think we could have landed him, but I know a lot of Sens fans did not want to see him. They wanted the sexy pick in Zane Parekh or whatnot, Sam Dickinson, but Carter Yakemchuk is a really good pick. I really think Steve Staios and the amateur scouting staff did their due diligence, and like I said, this is not like a Tyler Boucher pick who is expected to be like a 2nd rounder pick 10th overall. This isn't that. So Carter Yakemchuk was definitely at least going in the top 12 in my opinion, but getting him at 7, a guy that matches the style, who's excited to be an Ottawa Senator too, I really like the draft pick. So good luck to Carter Yakemchuk and welcome to Ottawa. But comment down below your thoughts on this pick. Comment down below what you thought on this draft overall. There's been some huge shockers. Cole Eiserman even dropping the number 20 to the Islanders. I mean, that was kind of a shocker to me. So, again, comment down below your thoughts on this draft. But for now, this is Jack the Ottawa Senators Outlook, and go Sens go.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the Ottawa Senators Outlook. For more of this podcast, click on the videos on the left, and subscribe by clicking on the icon on the right. Thank you.